Hey everyone, so welcome to my 18-week pregnancy update. I am doing this late again. I am 19 weeks and 2 days pregnant, so I just wanted to go ahead and try and film this really quick. Colton is actually sleeping behind me. I don't think you can even tell, but he's asleep on the couch. He just passed out. He has just been full throttle all day. He has been so crazy. And then I just put Hudson down for his nap as well. So they are both sleeping right now. And I am so tired. It has been such a crazy day. So I think I might go ahead and take a nap after I am done filming this. But I thought I'd just sit down really quick and try and get this filmed. Because I actually did try and film this 2 other times right after my doctor's appointment this morning, but it was just not working. The boys were just being too loud and it was too hectic, and just watching it back, I was like, I can't post that. I need to have a more quiet video because it's just way too distracting. So anyways, I had an appointment today, like I said. So I'm 19 weeks, so I don't know. I guess I'll just talk about it because I just had it, but it was just for my anatomy scan and everything was great. There's not really much to talk about. The anatomy scan went great, and so the appointment was good. When you have your anatomy scan, if everything is good, there's really not much that happens. Like you have that ultrasound, and then the doctor, or at least where I'm at, the doctor comes in and talks to you afterwards, and then just clarifies everything is great. Thankfully, the ultrasound techs around here are really nice, and they talk to you during the ultrasound the whole time. I've had that both times. I had an ultrasound done to ensure that there was no complications with the baby when I had the spotting in the beginning of the pregnancy, and she talked to me about everything, and she was very upfront and honest with me at what she was looking at and what she was seeing, if she was seeing anything bad, and she didn't, thankfully. So, and then that was the same thing with the anatomy scan. A lot of times ultrasound techs will be more quiet and they won't really say anything. They'll just kind of measure stuff, and then towards the end they might kind of, you know, say whether things were good or not. I know with Colton, the ultrasound tech that I had didn't want to say anything, and she was very like, just, I was kind of scared that something was wrong with how she was being, because she would not tell me anything really. She was like, oh, I can't tell you anything, you know, that's the doctor. The doctor will come in and talk to you if anything's wrong. And then nothing ended up being wrong, thankfully. But like I said, with this one, these ultrasound techs have all been very nice and very talkative, letting me know exactly what they're doing, exactly what they're seeing, if they're seeing what they're supposed to. And so I already knew after my ultrasound that everything was good, and so that was great. And yeah, so that's that for about the appointment. I also found out that so far, at 19 weeks, I have gained a total of 5 pounds, which I'm really happy with. It's kind of funny because you typically don't want to see weight gain on the scale at all. But in this point, I hadn't gained any weight during my pregnancy for a while. I just hadn't been gaining weight. And so it was actually reassuring to see that I had gained a total of 5 pounds. And that the baby is doing great. The baby weighed in at about 10 ounces when they were doing the ultrasound. And so everything's going right on track with all of that. For symptoms this week, I just have a few things to mention. Lower back pain has been pretty bad, which is totally expected. I'm not, you know, thrown off by it or anything. I never really had any back pain until having kids, but it, you know, after having kids and going through pregnancy and everything, it's just one of those things. So yeah, lower back pain has been pretty intense. Thankfully, sometimes heat really helps. The one time heat like completely took it away, and I was so glad, and so I thought the next time I had it, I would be able to get it to go away with heat, but it didn't really work too good. But so sometimes heat will really help, other times nothing really helps, unfortunately. And then for my cravings this week, my list is over here if you're wondering why I'm looking over there. For cravings this week, I have craved queso, and Chris went out and got some for me yesterday. I was so grateful because I made dinner, and then I was like, do you think like if I ordered some queso from Chili's that you could go and pick it up for me? And he did, so that was really nice. That fulfilled that craving. And then I've also been craving chicken Alfredo this week, which I have not had, but it still sounds good to me. And then also for other symptoms, I've been feeling pretty good this week for the most part. I seem to have these random days where like I'll just be down for the day. Like I just really don't feel good and I'm nauseous and, you know, things just aren't going good. And I don't know, I can't figure out if it's like me catching little viruses or if it's just from the pregnancy. But there was one day where I really didn't feel good, and Chris didn't feel very good either. That's one thing that I have not mentioned that I keep forgetting to mention but wanting to mention is that Chris is like in sync with me this pregnancy. Like anytime I'm not feeling good, if I'm having back pain, like craving something, like he is in sync with me. It's like he's having sympathy pains for me this whole pregnancy. It's like if I'm not feeling good, he's not feeling good. So it's sweet, but it's also kind of annoying because then it's like I end up like we have to switch off. Like I'll go lay down for a little bit and then, you know, I'll let him lay down and I'll end up taking care of him and stuff when I'm not feeling that great. So it would be great if he was feeling great the whole time and then I can just, you know, fully relax. But so that's been kind of funny. He's totally been in sync with me this pregnancy and just, yeah, I don't know. He's been sympathizing with me with any aches and pains that I've had. And I think that's pretty much it to talk about. I've been, you know, like I was starting to say before I got off on the subject of Chris having sympathy for me, is just that I've just been exhausted quite frequently still, which I totally expect. You know, I totally expect that to happen for the rest of my pregnancy. You know, 2 little boys to run around after, and it's just a lot, you know. My body is, you know, growing another little boy, and so to have 2 other little boys to you know, run around after, and when you're tired you can't just sit down and put your feet up and stuff all the time. You know, it's just natural to be exhausted, I think. So that is it for this update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will show my bump and then that'll be it. And I think I'm gonna go take a nap because that sounds really nice right now. So it's kind of, I'm gonna have to move my shirt because I'm wearing a really flowy top right now. And I definitely feel like I look the biggest with Cooper than I have with any of my other boys. I'll have to go back and watch my 19 weeks with Hudson, but I definitely feel like I look the biggest with this little guy. So anyways, everything is going great, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.